Well, that's it. The decision has been made. Jalen Hurts will be the Eagles starting quarterback this Sunday when the team clash with the New Orleans Saints. It was a decision that Doug Peterson made, and Doug Peterson made alone, but it is one that could well shape the futures of himself, Carson Wentz, and Jalen Hurts in ways that none of us could have foreseen. But the question is, was this the right call to make, and what will Jalen Hurts bring to this offense? That's the big one. If you're going to pull out Carson Wentz, there has to be a reason other than he's bad. Otherwise, you're going to end up going round and round in circles like the Bears have done with Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles. So what does Jalen Hurts bring to this offense, and is there any hope that this team can save their season in a last-ditch move? My name is Liam Jenkins, and this is another episode of Eagles Film Room. Before we get started, as always guys, it will be amazing if you could leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, leave your comments down below to let me know what you think. Maybe there's something I've missed, maybe you've seen something completely different, but let us know in the comments below. Are you excited to see Jalen Hurts play this weekend? And if you're not in our Eagles group chat, that's where the conversation never ends. The Flick Sport app, link in the description. PSN Eagles Nation is the name of the group. We are rapidly approaching 600 members now. We would love for you to be a part of it and to really let us know how you feel. The one thing we have to take into consideration here is why Carson Wentz was benched, and there are a multitude of reasons, and the overwhelming consensus is that he was bad, and he absolutely was. Like, he's been terrible this year. But he has also not benefited from anything the Eagles have given him. There's been terrible O-line play, receivers can't separate, and play calling has been atrocious. What Jalen Hurts will bring is an ability to negate some of that where Carson Wentz can't. So the weaknesses that Carson Wentz has are being directly impacted by the weaknesses of this team. So his accuracy, he's got no time in the pocket, he's a statue in the pocket, he doesn't seem to have a feel for it this season because of that regression, therefore he's missing easy passes, and that's what's stagnating him. What Jalen Hurts brings to the table will give the Eagles almost a release clause or a valve to just get out of there as soon as possible and make something happen. So it's not like Jalen Hurts is the better quarterback, it's more that the skill set that Jalen Hurts has is going to negate some of the weaknesses the Eagles have better than that of Carson Wentz. I'll show you what I mean. So here's an example of what the Eagles offense is lacking and where Jalen Hurts can help. Here they're going to run a sail concept. You're going to have two vertical routes and a little crosser coming a bit shallower underneath. It looks like a variation of it, and the Packers look like they're predominantly in zone coverage. That could change, but pre-snap, single high safety, one corner in the way of Jair Alexander on the outside, it's likely going to be zone coverage, okay, especially given the positioning of number 20. Now, the way this play is going to go, Hurts hands the ball off, pulls it back, all the traffic, including the linemen, go to the right, Hurts pulls to the left, and now he should have something to work with. The problem is that with all that traffic, the second Hurts drops back. Look at how well 31 is going to play this. None of the Eagles receivers are getting open, like none of them whatsoever, and I don't want to be that guy, but if this is Carson Wentz, this could be a problem. This sort of play could be a problem. Jalen Hurts is the sort of guy that just wants to take the gain. He's a little bit more mobile, like he's going to sneak back inside. Definitely the more dynamic runner. Someone that has nearly 1,300 yards to his name on the ground last year at Oklahoma. But there's no separation here. And this is a fault of the Eagles receivers. It's a fault of the play calling. This doesn't work. Like, I do not understand why they called this. Look at how many defenders are around Greg Ward on his own. It's just a bad play call, but Jalen Hurts turns that into an actual gain somehow. So fair play to Jalen Hurts and we see it from this view. Hurts does a great job of keeping his eyes up, looking down the field, and just keeping his legs moving. He's not going to sit back. If he sits here, he's in trouble. He doesn't have time to set his feet, and he knows that. So he stays on the move and then cuts back up. It's a really nice little play. Nothing crazy, but it shows you that he can solve at least something that the Eagles are doing wrong. What's really annoying, though, is if you thought that play didn't work the first time, don't worry. They're going to do the exact same thing again against the exact same coverage about 5 plays later. Jalen Hurts is going to take the snap, fake the handoff, pull outside. This time doesn't get as much pressure, but again, you look at that. The receivers have absolutely nowhere to go. So Hurts tucks it, runs, and ends up conveniently moving the stick, so he gets himself a first down using that rushing ability. So the play's nice in the way that I understand it gives Jalen Hurts a chance to do something with his legs, but look, there is no chance he's getting that ball in anywhere. There's no time for him to throw. This is all on the quarterback to make a play with his legs. There is no chance of these receivers separating whatsoever. So it's a good job that you've got Hurts in this situation, because if Wentz was running these, I don't think the Eagles have as much confidence in him to make that throw or to make the right decision, and maybe that's why they haven't been rolling him out as much. Unfortunately for Jalen Hurts, so the problem doesn't end there. The play calling was shambolic throughout. That won't change anytime soon. Down 23-3, ball on the opposing 24-yard line. They're 1st and 10 here. Again, another 13 personnel look, but remember, 1st and 10, 24-yard line. All you're trying to do at this point is get a touchdown. The Packers are going to play soft. You can see the coverage. Look at the amount of space these receivers are going to have to work with. Get yourself something underneath. You've got time. Hurts is in to let something materialize. What you don't do with an offensive line playing this bad is send 4 routes, 3 of which go to the end zone and 1 of them cuts underneath. I don't know who that benefits. So if you watch this play unfold, Zach Ertz gets doubled. He can't get open anywhere. If you just watch the receivers, no one else is going to get any separation. And if you take this from Jalen Hurts' perspective, well, now he's in trouble because Jack Driscoll is being manhandled down the bottom. He's got enough awareness to get outside the pocket, roll around, and again, move the chains. That's what Carson Wentz doesn't do, because he does get statuesque in the pocket until he's running for his life. He's a mobile quarterback. He's not an instinctive quarterback anymore. There is a difference, and Jalen Hurts is instinctive. So look at this again from Hurts' perspective. Look at his eyes. At that point, he's feeling the pressure. At that point, you can see it in his peripheral vision. You don't get that with Carson Wentz. He's going to duck, roll outside, knows he's got the speed to get there, and bang, 1st down. It's as simple as that. It saves a bad play call. While we're talking quarterback instinct, Jalen Hurts does have a very good feel for pressure and poise inside the pocket. So if we're going to look at this play very quickly, sees the blitz coming, sees that extra pressure coming from the outside there, and is able to then just climb up, read it well, see the gap, because again, there isn't really anyone open. You've got a zone defender over Greg Ward there if he does decide to throw that pass. So while Ward is open in one sense, he's probably closed in another. His best bet realistically is John Hightower, but he's not really got time to survey the field. The safety takes away Jeffrey. He sees that, comes off both reads, and just sprints upfield and makes a nice play. That's good from Jalen Hurts. And if we watch it from his perspective, just watch how those eyes are going to survey the field. There's the drop back. There's a bit of a curvature to his drop back that I've noticed, which is quite nice. When you've got pressure very heavy from one side, he sort of bends away from it. Nice little nuance there, but there you can already see that is a green as day opportunity to get yourself upfield and make something happen. He does not let that go to waste. It's an easy decision, and it's a big game. See, this wasn't the only time Jalen Hurts broke off a big run. You're going to see another example here. Again, not too many options available, though. Dallas Goedert's going to peel out of the backfield. 2 routes going vertical, and there's just nothing really doing. So Jalen Hurts takes it upon himself, feels pressure very nicely off that outside edge, and carves his way upfield through the pocket. Climbs it very well, makes a defender miss there. I really like that agility. That's the one thing you don't get with Carson Wentz. Wentz is 6'5". He's a big body, more of a wrecking ball that can run. Jalen Hurts is closer to that typical prototype of a dual threat QB, and because he's been doing it for so long, you can just see his eyes are up all the time. He's feeling the pressure. He's reading the game well and just knows when to break up field, when to make defenders miss, and when to go down and protect the ball. Like, it's a good vibe here. But what about that poise when he has to throw the ball? Well, the good news is it doesn't go anywhere. Still down 23-3 in enemy territory. The Eagles are going to draw up another stupid play where they run 2 comebacks, 2 deep routes going inside, and a little check down over the middle. This one ends up being a Travis Fulgham incompletion. The ball was on target, though. It was a catchable pass, and that's what I'm looking for here. So if we watch Jalen Hurts read this, the Packers are going to drop everyone back. Why wouldn't they? At the end of the day, they're protecting a 20-point lead. It's the 4th quarter. All they need to do is not give up a touchdown. So this does eliminate a large part of what this play is trying to do in giving you that high-low read of taking the running back check down, of a comeback outside, whatever John Hightower is doing with the Matrix, or that deep in route over the top. But what Jalen Hurts does well, though, is read pressure off that right-hand side where Driscoll has struggled and align his body. He comes through, climbs the pocket, and aligns his body to his new target. We don't see that from Carson Wentz. Delivers a strike and makes Fulgham adjust outside. Why is that important? Because if he throws it inside, look at the position of Alexander. If that is thrown slow and it's inside and it's an off throw, Alexander's got a great chance of storming through and breaking on that ball and picking it off. Because he throws back outside and Fulgham has broken inside, Alexander's got a lot of work to do if he wants a piece of that ball. He does a great job of knocking it free. It should have been a catch from Fulgham. It was dead on target. You couldn't ask for a better throw though, and that's what I'm interested in. But when you watch his eyes here going through these reads, watch the body position, watch the pocket poise under pressure, this is where Hurts is shining. These are his first real NFL snaps, so to speak, where he's passing the ball consecutive plays. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, and he adjusts. So as soon as he comes off of Boston Scott knowing that's not happening, he knows Fulgham's breaking. As soon as he knows he wants Fulgham, he steps up, aligns his body, delivers a strike. That should be a completion. It's unfortunately not. It's a great effort. But Hurts doesn't always have to be on the move to make his impact felt. There's no better example of that than what we saw here on this big 34-yard pass to Jalen Reagor. Now, what we're going to see is more pass protection woes from the Eagles. Miles Sanders is going to completely miss his assignment. This leaves a massive gap for the defensive back, and Jalen Hurts essentially has got to decide in this moment, alright, am I going to run, am I going to keep it, or am I going to give someone a shot? Now he's going to check down underneath, you've got a safety breaking on the ball. Jalen Reagor might have a step on Kevin King. Hurts sets up with a nice hitch, throws a little bit off his back foot, but gets enough wind under it and is able to find Jalen Reagor beautifully. A lot of touch on the ball, and if there's anything we haven't seen from Carson Wentz this year, it's touch on the ball. So seeing Jalen Hurts be able to stand in there, knowing he's probably going to take a hit here. Again, look at that curvature of the drop back. I mentioned that earlier. Around the running back almost there to buy himself a little bit more time. Aligns himself to the target and just tosses one up. Throws up a prayer. It's caught by Jalen Reagor, and that's the end of the story. It's a great play. I love the confidence. I mean, overall, his placement was pretty good. Now, I don't have access to the last drive of this game. Unfortunately, NFL Game Pass are just being a little bit awkward, so I don't get the interception and stuff. I'd love to take a second look at that. But this play here, you're going to have a bunch of out routes. It's annoying that Hurts doesn't see John Hightower, who's here working out of that slot, does a great job of creating separation inside. Hurts is sort of locked onto that primary read here, who is Dallas Goedert, but it's a great timing throw. Throws it at the exact point Goedert can get his body around, puts it in place only the tight end can get it. You can't complain at that. You can't complain at that for a rookie quarterback. That's what you want. This is what Carson Wentz isn't giving you, that accuracy on shorter passes. Now, under pressure, I do think Hurts is going to be a little bit better at setting his feet. But overall, I mean, you cannot complain at this whatsoever. Perfectly delivered ball. It's only right that we end on the touchdown pass, and it's probably the best example of what Hurts can bring to this offense. Because you're going to have a trip set here, a vertical seam from Alshon Jeffrey, who is oddly playing in the slot. We've spoken about that before. You've got Greg Ward working high inside, and then you're going to have a nice little check down coming from Zach Ertz, and right at the end, Greg Ward is going to break from the slot. He's going to run a nice little corner route here. So Jalen Reagor drops back, immediately pressure from the right hand side again. We've seen that before. Feels it, steps up very, very well, rolls outside, keeps his eyes up. That's the big thing with mobile quarterbacks. They keep their eyes up. They're looking to throw the ball first. That's the big one. Scans the field. And look at that on the move. Just an absolute dime into the end zone for Greg Ward Jr. You couldn't ask for a better throw than that. And that's what you want to see from Jalen Hurts. Feel the pressure from the right. Steps up beautifully. Rolls outside. Little flick of the wrist. And bang. Touchdown. That's the sort of thing, as opposed to feeling pressure from the right and either stepping back and panicking or not knowing where the gap is. There's almost a natural feel, a natural flair for where that pressure is going to be and how to get out, because that's how he's played so long, and it's going to get the Eagles out of sticky situations, and that's why he's been made the starting quarterback. Guys, what do you think of this video? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more from this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and of course, drop your opinions in the comments. From myself, Liam Jenkins, I'll see you very soon for another episode of Eagles Film Room.